Here's a GRE geometry question. Let's take a look. So we have this right triangle right here, and we have two sides, K and Z, and we know that this angle is 44.9 degrees. That's what it tells us. And it's quantitative comparison, so we want to figure out what's greater. Quantity A, K minus Z, this side minus that side, or the number 0. And before we really dive into this, just a reminder that my name is Andrew and I solve GRE questions. If you want to find out more about my online course, follow the link in my profile. All right, let's dive in here. So the first thing to mention about this, or the first thing to observe, is that it is quantitative comparison. And it's so important to remember on the GRE that quantitative comparison does not mean solve, right? It doesn't mean solve for K and solve for Z and then subtract them. In fact, that would be impossible. This is about comparing. So let's see what we really are comparing. K minus Z compared to 0, right? We want to figure out which one is greater. Well, if K minus Z is greater than 0, that means that this side was bigger than that side, right? And if K minus Z is less than 0, it means that this side was smaller than that side. And if K minus Z equals 0, of course, it means that they're equal. So basically what this question is asking when it comes down to it is K greater than Z? Or is it less than Z? Or is it equal to Z? Well, we can actually figure this out. If this angle is 90 degrees, which it is, right, and this angle is 44.9 degrees, that means that this angle, using our calculator, is 45.1 degrees. And it's very helpful, especially on quantitative comparison questions, to ask, what is this very, very close to? Well, this situation is very, very close to an isosceles right triangle, right, where it's 45, 45, 90. And in that case, if it were 45, 45, 90, which it's not, but if it were, then these two sides would be equal. Okay, but we've established that it's not this. So at the very least, we can say that the two quantities are not equal because K and Z are not equal. If K and Z were equal, that would equal 0. So which side is bigger? Well, I can tell by the size of these angles. Since this angle is just a little bit bigger than that angle, I know that the corresponding side, the side opposite it, is larger than the other side. So Z is greater than K. And if that's the case, then K minus Z is going to be a negative number, meaning that quantity B is going to be greater.